I do think there's a distinct lack of shame in society at the moment. I think shame is very different to guilt. Guilt is very useless.
You always knew the bad news was coming with Todd, because he'd go, here's the thing. And he said, we're going to lose the orchestra in Dresden, and we have to do all of the conducting first.
When a Hollywood icon like Cate Blanchett speaks out, you know the truth is even darker than it seems. Cate Blanchett has long been a symbol of grace, prestige, and professionalism. But recently, she subtly revealed shocking details that put Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds under a very uncomfortable spotlight. What started as whispers of tension has erupted into a scandal that threatens to dismantle their carefully curated golden image. Cate, never one for public outbursts or messy drama, chose a different, more powerful path. During an emotional acceptance speech at a low-profile humanitarian award ceremony in Berlin, she dropped a line that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. There's a difference between honoring a story and owning it like it was always yours. One builds legacy, the other builds ego. Those who knew the backstory immediately understood. Cate was subtly addressing a betrayal she had endured. A betrayal orchestrated by none other than Blake Lively, with Ryan Reynolds standing close by. It all started with a dream project. Cate had partnered with Chanel to create a breathtaking, minimalist short film written by her husband, Andrew Upton. The film was to be the centerpiece of Chanel's Women in Cinema campaign. Everything was set, contracts signed, creative visions aligned, and anticipation built up over months of preparation. But on the big day, the dream was shattered. Blake Lively, draped in Chanel from head to toe, appeared out of nowhere, presenting herself as the new face of the campaign. Confusion rippled through the fashion world. What had happened to Cate? Behind the scenes, it was chaos. Chanel had quietly informed Cate's team that campaign direction had changed. Industry code for "you're out." No arguments, no creative differences. Just pure, calculated replacement. The original concept? Barely altered. A few sparkles here, a motivational quote there, some bold red lipstick, and suddenly it was Blake's campaign. Even the backstage crew was stunned. Leaked messages from stylists and assistants confirmed it had never been the plan to replace Cate. But Blake's team had offered a cross-platform deal Chanel couldn't resist. Bold, yes. Ruthless, absolutely. Cate could have retaliated. She could have exposed everything immediately. Instead, she did what few could manage. She showed up. She attended the Chanel dinner event, her head held high, radiating the grace that had made her an icon. But the night would turn into a devastating humiliation. While Cate sat quietly, Blake sat nearby, laughing and joking with a senior Chanel. Creative. Overheard by multiple insiders, Blake mocked the very film Cate had poured her soul into, calling it outdated and suggesting she could bring something fresh. The creative laughed along, unaware, or perhaps indifferent, that Cate was within earshot. The betrayal didn't end there. In April 2023, a British fashion magazine accidentally published an article still referring to Cate's original project. The piece described Andrew Upton's short film and Cate's intimate creative involvement. Though the article was pulled after just 3 hours, it was too late. Screenshots flooded social media. Fans connected the dots and launched a fierce backlash against Blake. Blake's PR team, known for their aggressive tactics, scrambled to control the narrative. But Cate's quiet dignity had already won the public's sympathy. Canceled press. Appearances and whispers of internal conflict signaled that Blake's house of cards was beginning to topple. And it turns out, this wasn't an isolated incident. Blake Lively's alleged pattern of mistreating colleagues goes back years, painting a disturbing portrait behind her polished public image. On the set of Gossip Girl, Blake's real-life relationships were nothing like her on-screen ones. An infamous interview clip shows Blake joking cruelly about Leighton Meester's childhood hardships and comparing other co-stars to monkeys in a cage. The uncomfortable body language of her co-stars said it all. These weren't just jokes. They were veiled digs. Executive producer Joshua Safran once hinted at the tension, saying Leighton and Blake had different personalities. Fans now believe it was much more toxic than previously reported. Blake's alleged behavior extended beyond Gossip Girl. Actor Armie Hammer opened up about his experiences working with Blake on the same show, revealing that he left the project prematurely because filming was so difficult. Though he chose his words carefully, the implication was clear. Working with Blake was a nightmare. Penn Badgley, too, reportedly struggled on set. Insiders claim Blake portrayed him to directors and cast members as difficult from day one, isolating him socially until he managed to prove otherwise. A strategy eerily similar to what allegedly happened to Cate Blanchett. Fast forward to the Justin Baldoni controversy. As director of It Starts With Us, Baldoni reportedly faced relentless undermining from Blake. Sources claim she rewrote scenes without permission and threatened to leverage her powerful friendships, including Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, to get her way. She even allegedly lobbied Colleen Hoover directly to secure directing rights for the sequel, long before any scandals surfaced that could disqualify Justin from his role. The pattern is disturbing. Over and over again, Blake Lively allegedly uses her charm and connections to bulldoze colleagues, rewriting narratives to suit herself. Yet through it all, Cate Blanchett remained unshaken. Instead of sinking into bitterness, Cate embraced her creative spirit anew. In June 2023, she and Andrew premiered a two-person play at the Sydney Theatre Company. There were no splashy PR events, no glitzy launches, just a raw, honest production titled The Credit, a name many believe was a quiet, powerful jab at Blake. Cate's message was clear. Real legacy doesn't come from stealing the spotlight. It comes from authenticity, humility, and resilience. In an industry where image is everything, Cate Blanchett chose substance over spectacle. And in doing so, she reminded the world what true artistry looks like. Meanwhile, Blake and Ryan's golden couple image seems to be slipping through their fingers. Their carefully managed PR persona may no longer be enough to shield them from growing public scrutiny. The Hollywood machine can build stars, but it can dismantle them just as quickly. The question remains, is this the beginning of the end for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' reign as Hollywood darlings? Will Cate's quiet stand against bullying inspire others to come forward? Only time will tell. What do you think? Should more stars like Cate Blanchett speak up against Hollywood's hidden bullies? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading them all! And if you want more exclusive insights and juicy updates, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next story.